Okay, we're going to look at Unit 3 of the Learn As You Play Flute from the Learn As You Play Flute book. Hope you're all going on okay with your flutes. This unit deals with low notes. So the first note we're going to play is low F on page 10 of Unit 3. G fingering with the left hand and first finger on F in the right hand, and of course the little finger on the D sharp key at the end. Sounds like this. And the note E, which is right next to it, also in diagrammatic form and in traditional notation at the top of Unit 3. So exactly the same as F, but just with that second finger on. That is the note E natural. Okay. Dotted minims are also discussed in this unit. Dotted minims are white notes with stalks, minims, with little dots after them. A dot after a note lengthens that note by half its value. Because of this, a dotted minim will be equal to a minim, 2 beats, plus half a minim, 1 beat, making a total of 3 crotchets. So, if I play those and just tap the 3s out with my foot, 1, 2, 3. That's the little exercise at the top of the page, playing dotted minims on the note C natural. Okay. Exercise 1 incorporates the note, the low F, and it also includes dotted minims with a crotchet rest after them, which makes each note, it makes each bar rather worth 4 beats. The piece is in 4/4 time, 4 crotchets per bar. So let me play exercise 1. Okay. Exercise 2 is made up mostly of crotchets, apart from the first minim, which has a pause over the top of it. And in the 5th bar, there is a dotted G minim, worth 3. Remember the rest at the end of the bar, the crotchet rest, which is worth 1 count, 1 beat. And the semi-breve at the end of the piece, which is worth 4 counts. Okay, exercise 2. Okay. Exercise 3 begins with the note E. I'll just move the stand up so you can see my fingers. Starts with E. It also includes Fs as well. Okay, this piece incorporates dotted minims, crotchets, crotchet rests, and at the end a semi-breve, a 4 count note. Here we go. Starts on E. Exercise 4 over on page 11 comprises mostly crotchets. It also utilises low E's and low F's as well. Here it goes. Okay. The next part of the unit deals with 3 pieces. The first one is called Swim, Swan, Swim. And it uses white notes, minims, dotted minims, which are worth 3 counts in 3/4 bars. So you have 3 counts per bar. This uses some of the notes we've previously looked at: C's, B's, A's. That's all there is to it, really. It's quite straightforward. Here we go. It's marked lively, so I'm going to play this not too fast, but faster than the previous exercises. Here we go. Okay. If you look at the music on page 11 of Unit 3, the Swim, Swan, Swim piece is divided into 4-bar phrases, and that's denoted by a bracket over the top. Ideally, one should aim to breathe at the beginning and then after the 4th bar. If the breathing is still difficult, then by all means, breathe after each bar. Try to push the breath right to the end of the bars now. I mean, if you can eliminate breathing after each note, that would be excellent. And it would be advantageous, I think, for future playing. Okay. Next piece is called Chorale Melody. Chorale melody, it says, a 16th century German melody. Chorales, of course, were Lutheran hymns. Usually, Bach set 375 of them, I think, and some of them were incorporated into his passion settings and oratorios as well. So this is called chorale melody. It's made mainly of crotchets, and you'll see on the music that those brackets are also included, which span roughly the end of every 2 bars. If you can breathe at the beginning of a bracket and the end of a bracket, great. If you need to breathe at the end of bars or after a pause note, so here there's a crotchet with a little pause, which looks like an I, over the top of the note, then breathe after that. Remember, pauses lengthen a note just a little bit more than the written value. So here's chorale melody. It's marked at a moderate speed. It includes low E's and F's. Low E's are quite difficult to blow, simply because you're blowing from here all the way down the tube to there effectively, and then of course the air escapes at the next open hole, but all the fingers are down. So it's more difficult than B, certainly, more difficult than A, more difficult than G. You can see the way the tube is lengthening when I put the fingers down. F is quite tough, and so is E natural, E. Further down we go, the more you have to blow along the tube. So by the time you get to low C natural, that's tough, because the breath has to go all the way along the tube right to the end of the flute to hear. We haven't done those notes yet. Take heart. We've only got to F and E. So try those first of all at the beginning of the unit. The last piece in this unit is a melody in the Phrygian mode. The Phrygian mode, or the white notes, E to E. And this is by Bartók. Bartók wrote a lot of Hungarian folk music, principally because he was a Hungarian, but a lot of it is in modal rather than being set in keys. Modes are different. Pre-key music. All the white notes on the piano give you different modes. So you have C to C, the Ionian mode, D to D, the Dorian mode, E to E, no black notes, by the way, with any of these, is the Phrygian mode. F to F is the Lydian mode. G to G is the Mixolydian mode. A to A is the Aeolian mode, and B to B is the Locrian mode. And because each one has an different intervallic structure, they all sound different. These were standardized into major and minor at the turn of the 17th century. That's something about modes. That's why the piece is called A Melody in the Phrygian Mode. Here we go. Now, these are long phrases. You'll see the brackets. So try and breathe at the beginning of the bracket and at the end of the bracket, and also in rests. Again, it utilizes F natural and E natural, both the lowest notes we've played so far. Here we go. And that's the end of the unit. I hope that's been helpful, and your flute playing is progressing well. Really try and begin to blow nice and firmly into the flute, and we'll talk more about tone as we go on, and just try and get used to those low pitches, F natural and E natural. Okay, bye.